I'll be starting my own audio series. Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is JulieP. I know it's been long, but it's so nice to see your faces again. Today, I will be talking about a little bit private stuff. You understand? Why is it getting out of the way? Stop embarrassing me. So, if you all know me well enough, you will know that I'm a writer of story, of books. I write lots of books and novels online. It has never really occurred in my mind that I would want to actually start my own audio series or my own audiobook. It has never been a thought that came to my mind until I figured out an experiment a few days ago, which, brought up this idea, which I'll be sharing with you guys today. So, if you all remember well enough, there was a time I published my first book ever from Amazon. Everything was unreal. Hello guys, I just received my parcel from Aramex Amazon. Receiving the parcel yesterday made me feel so emotional because I have always wanted to have my own book, to the extent of creating an animation book trailer just to portray how the novel is in my head. The video is on my channel if you want to check it out. Do you guys remember this book? The audios will remember this book. There was a time I published this book online and I got tremendous number of support. Like the number of support I got regarding this book, I was shocked. Those sales were only in my, local province around my area. In Amazon, it didn't actually do well at all. It did not do well on Amazon, and it also didn't do well on other platforms, but it did very well in my locality because I had people who supported me. So because of how the decline it went through and because of how poorly it did, I abandoned the book for a while because I thought maybe the book was a terrible book, maybe I needed more editing experience, maybe I was just terrible at writing. But recently I realized that marketing a book can be really tough. I've been doing this book for 2 years. I decided to, read this book again to see why the book didn't sell in the first place. So I saw errors, definitely, I saw lots of errors. But aside that, I noticed that this book has potentials and also it might do great as an audio series. Now, you'll be wondering, Juliet, if it did not do well as written, why will it do well as audio series? And I made an experiment. If you guys know this platform, Pocket FM, I noticed that my book do better as an audio series than as a written book. I do write this kind of books that are visual, paints this kind of picture in your brain so you will see things in a rainbow, beautiful, cinematic way. That's how I write my book. Maybe my own kind of brain just can't document what I'm seeing in my head. So the best way to document it is by either telling people, explaining to people, or acting it out. So because of that, I decided to turn everything was unreal into an audiobook. You understand? Which I'll be posting on my... How many channels? How many channels have I uploaded? Which I'll be uploading on my third channel, JulieP audio series. So in this channel, I'll be posting all the audio series, all the audio forms of my books which have not done well. I want to experiment. Will my book actually do better as audio series than as written form? So in today's video, which I've spoken a lot of nonsense from Podesta. So in today's video, I'm going to be reacting to the book trailer of Everything Was Unreal, which I did 2 years ago, and I'll also react to the video I did at that time on the reason why I wrote the book in the first place. Disclaimer, the trailer is a bit cringe. This room is so hard. So for this, I'm going to be using my younger brother's iPhone, but the camera quality isn't all the best, so you all should bear with me.
Ava, tell us what you saw. What the heck does Ben do with all these creepy novels? He gets creepier all the time.
So according to this trailer, it gets creepy all the time. This brings back old memories because I remember when the first few lines, Ben is her elder brother and she's the younger one. Ben is into fantasies, he's into superstitious stuff, while she herself is more down to the earth. She doesn't believe in all those things.
Is that Adrian?
And the link to the trailer will be in the description box below. Oh, and Adrian in this context is family friend who is a best friend to Ben, but not really a friend because she doesn't like him. She hates him a lot.
It's so funny how everyone drools over Adrian, even though he has no eye on anyone but Brianna. Does that explain her constant mention of Adrian lately, because they never even see?
How much life sucks being stuck with an abusive boyfriend.
Oh, and Ava has an abusive boyfriend. So she has an abusive boyfriend who torments her mentally, and she's not able to recognize it because she's just so used to being around toxic people.
Whose kisses ignites the desire in me and fist traumatizes my senses. Love isn't what they claim it to be. I wish there was more to live for.
There is always more to live for. You just have to see it.
United we stand. No one's letting go of the other.
So this party is where they go on an adventure to investigate the sound in her brain, the sound in her head that she doesn't really understand.
Never look back. Why don't you just leave her alone?
I am sorry.
We are going to get out of here alive. I promise.
Yeah, that's okay. I don't want to give away too much, but that just explains a summary of what to expect in the book, what to expect in the movie if it's had a movie, and what to expect in the audio series if you start to listen to it. So it's an adventure story, adventure, fantasy, mystery. So I'm sure you all will love this audio series. So let's react to the reason why I made this novel in the first place. And I think I did it after COVID. There was a time I was going through a low time in my university. There was just a lot going on with me, so I decided to write the book. So yeah, it really reflected a lot. So disclaimer, the video is a bit cringe because I I got a bit emotional there. Yeah, it wasn't something I wanted, but I got a bit too emotional, and yeah, I had to private it because I don't like showing my emotions to people like that. I don't like being too vulnerable with people. So, what's this unforgettable forest you talk about?
It's an endless maze-like vegetation which engulfs its victims to its core, preventing them from escaping. People say there's an entity living in there which no man must ever look back at.
So this part of the clip is one more of an explanation from me to everyone. This is where Eva's brother Ben was explaining to her on what the Forbidden Forest is all about, and everything that went on there. Like it was a mystery at that time, nobody understood, so they were discussing with each other about this forest. You mean a monster with red blazing eyes?
Ava, no one knows because no one has seen it. Anyone who stares back, gazing into its eyes, has been suspected to bloat and burst into 1,000 pieces.
What? How do they even know this if they never witnessed it?
For you do not understand, a drone transported in was sunk into the forest by a heavy force, leaving just a proof which sends us uneasy vibes till now. Scientists believe this photograph says a lot about the forest.
What was in the photograph?
A craving on a tree made by perhaps claws or something sharp and messy with blood on it? No one knows.
What does it say?
Never look back.
Ava, please come back. So that part where you hear, Ava, please come back, it's also part of the voice that she keeps hearing in her head, which she cannot explain. So let's go on. So welcome back to my YouTube channel. Hi Julia! Future Juliet is waiting at you. So guys, as you all know, I've been posting some clips on a book trailer. So recently I posted another book trailer on Never Look Back. Everything was unreal. This is a novel I wrote myself because, number one, I love writing. I've been writing since I was in primary school. I used to write a lot. My parents know me for that. My mom knows me for that. My siblings, they know me for write. I always write. And number two, I was inspired by my environment. Not something that personally happened to me, but by people's experiences and by what's going on around. So I do notice that people are faced with some challenges that they can't share. people are stigmatized, people have this traumatizing feeling in them that they just find it hard to connect with. They find it very difficult to understand. It's just so deep within them that they don't even know where to start when it comes to explaining what's going on with them. If you see someone, yeah, so I'm trying to explain the reason why I wrote the book, and it's more on general perspective. The story is kind of metaphoric. The story is kind of based on people in general. The emotions are buckling up and not opening up to because they feel it's a weakness, and because they feel others do not deserve to see that vulnerable side of them. I might talk less because I'm more of a listener than a talker, you understand? So it might come to a point where I would just want to listen to myself rather than just talk. I think someone is happy, then you ask the person, how are you feeling? What's going on with you? Like, are you okay inside? Like, is everything going well with you within? Like, are you happy within you? Not just with people, not just because people see you smile means you are happy. Like, within you, deep inside, are you really happy? Are you truly happy with yourself? Then when they start meditating, thinking about their life, they tell you, no, I'm not. Like, things have. The fact that I actually wrote this book after reading the life story of David Goggins, when he kept pushing, I was like, Julia, what I do with my life? I must write a book because I've always wanted to publish a book. So the story of David Goggins, that Can't Hold Me Back, I think that's the name, actually motivated me to write Everything Was Unreal. Happened. I can't even explain how much it's difficult for me to get over some things that happened to me in the past and all that. So due to this, I've gotten over it, by the way. This is 2021, no, 2022 Juliet. I mean, that is. For me, I've gotten over it. I don't even care. But you know what made it so cold? What made it so hard? What changed you? My dear, I've gotten over it. I don't care anymore. I do not give up. I discovered, even though it's easy for humans to socialize and try to forget their problems, they just can't run away from what happened to them in the past. They just can't, forget easily. So never look back. Everything Was Unreal is a story of Ava's Walkers, a fictitious character, of course, not real, who has this trouble, has this drug abuse problem. She has this drug addiction problem. She takes drug to try and forget her sorrow, but then the more she takes it, the more things unfold, before her eyes. The more she faces some challenges which made her realize some things about life. Okay, this story is very complex, okay? It's not just about the drug addiction, it's about her relationship, her love life, her friendship, about the way she relates with her parents. There's just more to it than just her being a drug addict, because drug addiction brings about so many things in your life. It brings about, it unfolds so many trauma, so many unexpected events you did not want, especially if you are one who likes to look deep into things and try to understand what's really going on in your life. I wrote this story not for drug addicts alone. I wrote it for people who have been abused as children, people who are who are maybe heartbroken due to a love life, people who are facing some kind of challenges. I know we human beings are facing a kind of challenge. There's nobody in this world that is perfectly okay. Something has to be wrong with you, somehow. So I just wrote this story for everyone because I want to tell you that there's always a second chance. There is always a way forward, and you should not be held back because of something that happened to you a long time ago. I've been heartbroken so many times. I've faced so much, and due to that and other people's experiences too, I had to bust out my emotions and just write this story. This story was written based on my heart, it's based on deep inside me. And she wants to start crying. That's why I don't want to watch this video. Why do you want to cry? Please stop. We understand what you're trying to say, but there's no need to start crying. My phone is actually hitting. My hands are sweating because of this overheating iPhone X. Why does it overheat like this? My hands are literally sweating right now. Eva, please stop. In everyone's head said her life was perfect, she knew no suffering. Okay, let's just go down the memory lane and talk about her real life. I mean, her real life or her other life. What are we saying? Let's just talk about, I think, her life. Everything changed when she opened that door and saw that book. It's a beautiful day to everyone. The sky is bright and blue, but not to our walkers. It was supposed to take away her pain. All of it. Each and every one of those hurts she didn't want to remember. But, it only drew her closer to the monster and made the voice louder. Each and every passing day, he draws her closer to him, reminding her of the demon herself. Eva, it's fine now. Wake up. But yeah, I'm the writer, so I understand, but I'm sure most of you are confused. What did I just watch? So thank you for watching this video. I hope you all understand why I opened the other channel, so that I don't keep this book to myself. Even though my writing skills might not be top notch, I at least want to share the audio series so that at least you guys can listen to it, even if you do not want to read it. I mean, you can listen to it when you're washing, when you're in the middle of things that you love. It's okay, it's relaxing. It's my voice. My voice, of course. I'm joking, it's actually very nice. So you all like this video, subscribe to my channel, and I'll be reacting to more videos that are not related to my audio series, of course, but I will try to be consistent more. Thank you guys for watching my video and have an amazing day. Bye.